Hello, welcome to the Balance Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Karen Truesdell, and I have a wonderful guest today, Susan. Welcome.
Hi,
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're in New Mexico. Are you in New Mexico right now or Arizona? But
I live both places, but right today I'm in New Mexico. And by the end of the week, I'll be going to Arizona. I
okay,
go back and forth at least once a month.
yeah.
And I'm a retired teacher from there in Tucson.
Okay.
And I'm a retired retreat center owner here and a
Mhm.
retired dietitian overall, that master's dietitian. So I'm Susan Alston Richardson, and who I am right now is a transformation life coach and a life purpose coach.
Mhm.
And I came upon that realizing that I've spent my life transforming and changing. And some of it's been easy, and some of it's been really difficult. And sometimes I could do it myself, but a lot of times I needed help.
Mhm.
And I realized then that everybody is that way, everyone.
Mhm.
So I thought I would like to help people make the changes and transformation that they need in their lives, whether it be knowledge, tools, support, changing their mindset, finding and retrieving their purpose and passion. And so that's where what I've been aiming the last 3 years.
Well, I love that. And what I'm thinking is I listen, change is the only constant. That's the
Mhm.
only thing that we can count on that we count on. And of course, I mean, sometimes it's easier than others, but that like what a cool niche, helping people in times of transformation. And you know,
Well, change is the only constant. Yes. And it can be something that we dread or something that we look forward to and embrace.
mhm.
So, my purpose is to help people not dread the transformations and changes that they need to make and
Okay.
to make it as smooth and easy as they can. And if there are bumps, to help them over them.
Mhm. Yeah, so creating a mindset shift, like this is an
Mhm.
opportunity. Yeah. And if it's adversity or if it's a more of a I mean, the changes that we were talking about before, like raising kids or empty nests, like some of the natural progressions and the natural seasons, but then there can be other, moving. When you live in two places,
That's
that's
change.
a lot of change. I mean, I do that. Like I'm in Texas today, and I'll be in Albuquerque tomorrow, so I adjust back and forth. Um, yeah. Well, and that begs the topic of balance. Like, how do you stay balanced with your business or with your two homes?
Well, I'm a visual person.
Mm,
As a teacher, I tried to get my kids to visualize as much as possible.
mm.
So I look at it kind of like you're going to a buffet or a smorgasbord or a
Oh,
potluck, and
okay.
you've got a plate,
Mhm.
and your plate is going to get filled with different items to eat. And you can pile uh, roast beef all up on one half of your plate, and then have a little bit for this and that. Or you can put way too much on your plate and get to the end and you can't put a dessert or anything else on.
Right,
Your plate can be so unbalanced you can barely carry it where you're going to eat it,
right.
and it can be so full that you can't finish it. And if you do, you're not you feel horrible.
Yeah, your stomach hurts. Yeah.
So that's the way I look at balance, and I look at it in a person and in my life
Mhm.
in 6 different ways. First, I look at it as my mind, body, spirit. Those things have to be all on the plate in a proportion. No one thing can take over, as well as your social, personal, and business life. There are times when you have to add a little more to one side of your plate. Maybe your business is taking a little more time, but
Mhm.
that doesn't mean you get rid of all the others, because then, A, you're not happy, you're not healthy, and probably your business is going to suffer.
Right. And then
Because
eventually you won't have a business if you're not
right,
able to you're not going to be
right.
healthy enough to run a business.
So you need to do the balance comes in making sure that all the different things are on your plate in a good proportion,
Mhm.
not too much, not too little.
Right.
And when I visualize it, I visualize my plate in those 6 categories. And I say to myself, okay, why am I feeling a little bit off oh, I haven't done anything in my social life in ages. Or,
Right,
oh, I haven't taken a personal day for myself or done a program to make my personal life a little easier and better in a long
right,
time.
right.
So that's how I look at it,
Well, I
like the
love
plate.
that. I'm gonna hold on to that. Yeah, looking at what we're putting on our plate, because generally with work-life balance, like it's out of balance if there's too much work. Like, and that's sort of the default. But looking at, okay, I'm adding, the spiritual practice, time with family, exercise, getting enough sleep, eating healthy, and then fulfilling work. And then of course support, social support. Yeah, so that's great. Thank you.
Yeah, in 24 hours.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Or
okay,
in a week.
yeah, and on that topic, how do you find support? Like business, like support with your business or networking or just personal
I
support?
do I do it always. I have a very supportive husband, 40 years this New Year's.
Congratulations. Wow.
And oh, and I like your voice. It's not always easy, it's ups and downs, and yeah, but it's balanced. It's really been balanced.
Okay, that's a
And when I needed him, he was there. And when he needs me, I'm there. And when we both need each other, we just sit there and cry on each other's shoulder if we need to. So
mhm,
that's real important. And my family helps me balance because I have to remember I have family. I can't just be off doing my little thing and, oh, see you later, guys. And then all the grandkids are all grown up or the kids were grown up.
right.
Um, so I look at it as I need help in lots of ways. So I belong to some networking groups. I
Mhm,
belong to NACWE, and I'm in some masterminds, like the
mhm,
Inspired Business Inner Circle this year.
mhm,
Um, I've been in it for 3 years,
mhm.
and I am in a Cella mastermind
Oh,
uh,
right,
with a group of people, and all of these people I've met through the groups that I've been a part of.
right.
And I've found people who might not necessarily think exactly like me, but they think in the same vein. And
Mhm,
so they're real supportive when I'm saying this, or I'm doing this, or I'm going through
right,
this, and I can be that way with them too.
right.
So
That's
this next year, I'm doing a season of me because I looked at my plate and I realized there's not enough of me on my plate or my list. And my list is so long, by the time I get to it, I'm not even there. So I took that as a sign that I needed to uh, do a season of me with Heidi Klein. So
wonderful.
I will be doing that next year. And I do a program, a group that I'm with called PEO, and
Mhm,
it's a philanthropic educational organization. And we raise money for women in upper education, higher education. And we don't go out and do the bandwagon. Everybody donate to us. We do it very
right.
quietly amongst ourselves. And
Wow.
we support women in all aspects of higher education,
Mm,
internationally and nationally.
wow.
So those things help keep my balanced life. Also, I'm doing a spiritual direction with uh, another one of my coaching friends, Robin Wolfer.
Mhm,
And so it's a 30-week program where I'm working on my spiritual life, guided by her. She's a spiritual director now
mhm,
and an ordained minister. So
mhm.
see, I'm putting all those little
Yeah,
pieces on my plate. And I look at my plate and say, for instance, there wasn't enough personal meat the last year.
right,
I got to do something
right.
because otherwise I'm not healthy.
Mhm,
I notice right away I'm not healthy. And I notice right away my attitude stinks or I'm depressed.
mhm.
So that's how I do it. Those are the groups that help me.
Yeah. Well, and then what groups are you offering? What are you offering in the new year with your practice?
I already have a group called Transformation Tribe, and
Mhm,
it's a private Facebook group, and we share encouragement through
mhm,
transformation.
mhm,
This next year, I will have another private group that goes with my new program
mhm.
called my new program is Our World of Food Community, with community, the unity in caps. And it's all about coming together through the foods of the world, the people, the history, the culture, all the things that make us who we are without the government, without the
Right.
politics, without the divisiveness. And that group will be sharing basically how we've reacted to that culture and the food, what we've tried, the recipes. And in that way, we are transforming each other and the way we think about others and the way we perceive the world. And we're doing it through something that everybody does. We eat.
Mhm. Wow. Well, that's exciting. And then tell us about your books. I know you published a book this year.
Yes, I did. 2 years ago, I published my Oz journal
Mhm.
experience.
Mhm.
And this year I'm finally publishing. I've worked on it a long time. It's called Becoming the Phoenix, the ABCs of Transformation.
Oh, wow.
And it
I love
goes
that
through,
imagery. Yeah.
yeah, well, and yes, and again, I'm imagery. And so the bottom of the title is From the Ashes We Rise. Because as you know, the Phoenix bursts into flames every 500 years and renews itself
Mhm.
and becomes anew. And so that's what I'm trying to help people learn about. First of
Mhm.
all, utilize. So there'll be the book, there'll also be a companion program to go with it.
Mhm.
And then hopefully at the end, a summit. I used to do retreats, but I don't want people to retreat anymore. You can retreat when you're pausing, but not when you're triumphing.
Mhm.
So it's going to be Transformation Triumph Summit.
Wow.
And hopefully it will help people really get on the path to enjoying the changes in their lives, embracing them. And
Mhm.
if they don't enjoy them, at least being able to get through them with a good attitude and a good mindset.
Mhm. Yeah, wonderful. All right. Do you have any other tips for our audience on balance? I mean, you
Um,
provided great imagery, but any final tips?
well, if you don't want to look at it as a plate, look at it as like the scales.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
you've
oh,
got
right, right.
you've got your stuff or the teeter-totter.
Yeah.
If you get the big kid on the block on the teeter-totter and you're the little one, you're not going to go very far.
Yeah.
You're always going to be flying up in the air
Yeah.
or whatever. So you really need to sit back and visualize what your life looks like every once in a while
Mm-hmm.
and write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Visualizing also includes writing it down so
Mm-hmm.
that you look and you go, oh yeah, I haven't done anything in that in forever. Or, oh, I've been spending way too much time on that. That might be why I'm not getting enough
Right,
exercise and not
right,
feeling or
right,
whatever.
right. Okay, all right. And how do people find you? Um,
I'm lots of different places. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Susan
mhm.
Alston Richardson on Facebook and Transformation Tribe. That is a private group, but it's open to everyone, just like most of those private groups are. We just want to make sure that we're all in there for the same reason.
Right.
And then in the next coming year, there'll be a new private Facebook group for our World Food Community. I have a website. It's called susanssource.com. So there are two S's in the middle of there.
Mm-hmm.
And it has all kinds of information about what I do and what I
Mm-hmm.
offer. And it lists the books and the programs and,
Mm-hmm.
things that can be done and, different tips. I have a blog site in there
Mm-hmm.
where I talk about all kinds of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I just got some brand new business cards because I was going to NACLE and they said, "Do you have a business card?" And I was like, uh,
It's
well,
all
I had one
social. It's all
about 12
virtual.
years
Yeah.
ago, but I haven't had one in forever.
Oh,
So I got a really good friend of ours and girl who helps me with a lot of my stuff,
mhm.
Callie, make me some
Mhm.
beautiful
Let's see
business cards. Oops, let's see up here.
Oh, wow, that is
That's
beautiful.
that one. Those are my colors. I love them.
Okay.
Probably why I resonated with another coach of mine. And then on the back is the circle of transformation.
Oh,
Those are the four
beautiful.
E's that I
Yeah.
work with people on. I
Yeah.
I enlighten them, I enliven them, get them excited about what they're doing. I
Mhm.
empower them, I give them the tools and the knowledge and everything else. And then I encourage the heck out of them any way I can.
Kind of love on them. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Well, one thing we didn't talk about, but you just mentioned Callie. Like it's also as an entrepreneur having your team, having Callie, having other people helping you with social media or graphics or having a
I
team.
have all that
Yeah.
because I was a math science teacher as a
Uh-huh.
master's teacher. And I taught teachers and students. And I ran a National Science Foundation program on technology. And then I retired. And
Mhm.
in just like that, technology went right over my head. And I'm at the point in my life where like, it's going to change tomorrow. I have embraced change, but I'm not going to be the one
You're
who's
not
going to
gonna,
do it.
yeah, you're gonna, that's not your wheelhouse. You're gonna focus
So
on.
I have 4 people help me. I have Marta Gertzen, who does my website and all that. I
Mhm.
have Shelby Ketchen, who's a VA
Yeah,
and helps
she's
me with
wonderful.
all my social media and everything.
Mhm.
Nikki Banning is editing my book and does
Okay, good
edits
to
and
know.
things for me. And Callie makes everything for
Callie
me.
does everything. Yeah,
She's doing my book. She, does
yeah,
it up. She did the
she's
cover.
magical, and she will edit this podcast. Yeah, she's magical.
Wait till you see the cover of my book. Oh,
I
yes.
can't wait.
It's just cool.
I can't
She's
wait.
great.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. That was a really a fun chat. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.